Hi everyone, today we are going to see IBM API Connect test and monitor features and functionality, how we can make use of it in your API Connect instance. I have installed OpenShift 4.6 and created an instance of API Connect already. Just to show you, for you to enable this API test and monitor, while creating API Connect cluster, you need to drill down to management. Under management, you get to see test and monitor. You need to enable this. Okay, so I'm not going to, so ensure that you are providing the other details, licenses, version, etc. to the right value. Just to inform you that enable this. For you to enable the test and monitor, I have already created an instance of API Connect with the test and monitor enabled, and I also configured it. I'm not going to create this now. Let me show you the API manager. So I've already logged on to API manager. When you enable this test and monitor, you will get to see the test and test APIs. Okay, generate test automatically to build high quality API. We'll come to this shortly, but for you to do this, you have to have an API. So I've already created an API. Right, that's a customer API, and I have CRUD operations defined for get create, retrieve, update, and delete. So instead of showing you what is that all about, I'm going to show you the testing of the same thing, and then how we can leverage the test API after we finish this. So this is the backend application. I have already deployed one sample application, REST application running in my IBM cloud account, and it is nothing but a simple loopback, and this does not have any data currently, right? So there are no customers. So coming back to this, let us go and create a customer. So I set the content type to application JSON, and the body I have set the customer JSON. So let me send it. So we have got the response. Just to double check, I'm going to try it out. So now the customer is created. So likewise, we can keep on going, test all the post, put, get, and delete. So I strongly believe you guys know how to make use of this test, but the intention of this video is how we can make use of the test and API features and functionalities. So let me open that. So the moment you launch, you get to see this landing page. All you need to do is you need to create the organization, provider organization. So first thing is you need to create a project. So just say create it. Then we need to create the test. The moment you open it, it will show you nothing. So you need to create the test under new project, create a new test, say create customer. Okay, say you just tag it as customer. Now just to double sure, clear, just ensure you have clean slate. We don't have anything, just so now we need to provide the information, the Swagger information. Click on this template from the specification, continue. You have an option, Swagger YAML, Swagger JSON, right? So where do we get this? So let us go back here, go to that APIs, and this is the one that we just tested. Download it. You get customer Swagger YAML. So just come, go back and say open that YAML and say save. Take some time, but please wait. Okay, so it will list you the list of operations that you have defined in your Swagger. So let me start with customer, and this is called as a smart generation. So for you to test, let's go with the smart generation and say click. Look at the beauty. So your intention was to check or test the create customer. By default, this has created this invocation and assertion, right? The assertion equal, assertion, assert is, assert exist, right? So this is the smart generation of the test, depends upon or based on the YAML or a Swagger YAML that you have selected. And please make a note, it also maintains a state. Though your intention is to create the customer, in the end it will delete the customer, so that your target system of record state remains unchanged. So which is too good. The data set that you're talking about here, you may have to make some changes. Let me make that change and then explain what it is. I created a new parameter called a target URL by clicking on this add global param. So name and the value. The value I took it from the test only. So this is the endpoint for you to hit this customer create. So I'm going to, from the test, I'm going to hit the same endpoint. Okay. So here you need to change, just say change the target URL. There's only one change that I made. Okay, so I'm going to leave other thing as it is, and other thing is in the delete also I'm going to make use of the same thing, target URL. Please make a note here, just to maintain the state, it deletes the record that was created as a part of the test. There is one more change to be done here, that ID is unknown. So in this case it is from the payload, right? Payload dot ID. Okay, just save it. So after it generated, we changed the URL of post method and the delete method. In the delete we referred, because in the response of create you will get this ID, newly created customer ID, which needs to be deleted. So I'm picking up the customer ID from the payload ID. Let us run the test and check. Okay, take a look at it. All tests passed, no failures, and it has checked it invoked the post. You can see the request John Doe, right? This is the data, and it asserted based upon the information that you provided in the Swagger. These are all created. I have not created anything. Then it went and deleted. So the delete request, if you look at it, it API customer and the two, because customer ID 1 was created by me already as a part of this testing, right? John Doe, maybe just to ensure do we have that same state maintained. So we do have only one. Just to ensure whether this is working or not, going back to this and just say maybe just to remove the component, right? Save. Run the test. Run the test again. Okay, so by mistakenly I deleted this something else, so maybe I'll remove this component, the entire delete component. So I have just create only, save, and then run the test. Now we don't have that delete, it is just did the post. And just to ensure John Doe is created or not, see, we have John Doe created. So this is the cool feature that we can explore. Save and exit. Maybe we can try another test again. Cancel. You can publish this the moment you publish, so you can see the test, it is ready to run. You can keep running this, it will keep create the John Doe, right? So maybe we must have 3 records with the 2 John Does in it, right? Which is exactly, so we can keep running. So this is create customer, just to ensure how the delete works. For delete it has to create one and then delete. So delete customer, pick up the YAML, same YAML, okay. Let's go and see delete. Let's do the smart generation. So again, if you look at it, you're supposed to test the delete. For that, it creates the post, right? Which is a cool. Maybe again we can edit the target URL by setting the global param and change the URL so that it can hit the right endpoint. Similarly, whatever that you wanted to assert, that you can do it by clicking on add request. This is the operation that you can do: assert, exist as in, equals, contains, so on and so forth. And you can also write the logic, like if this component equal to, for each, if you want to loop through an array, while. So this is the set of programming constructs that helps you to create your test suite on top of the smart generation, right? You can say save and exit. I wanted to show you another type apart from smart generation. Say for example, is there another way, right? Maybe I don't want to publish this because I have not changed the target endpoint URL. Let me show you the update or get customer. Let's get the customer and ensuring I don't have any stray references, picking up from the specification customer YAML, opening it up. Okay, so this time this is the get. We are going to get the customer. We have seen smart generation. Let us see from scratch. Not much changes. It will also create the same thing, and just because it is not going to alter any of the target state, the system of record, it is just a get, so it does not need to create anything to get it, right? If it is there, it will show you. Similarly, we need to change the target URL, but you may wonder, is there a different way to do it, right? Say for example, this is the easiest way. What I can do is choose this get component, remove this component, right? Look at this, there is HTTP client, get request, and I can copy the URL from this test tab and say, for example, if I need to get the first customer one, header content type is application JSON, just send and check. You get some data. Immediately you can export see, this is cool feature, right? Click on this, you can, and so we need to move this, so maybe this is the first time I'm trying, please bear with me. This is the endpoint that you can hit, but the easiest way is you delete everything, choose all the assert, select shift, and then so we can delete. So go back here, you have seen, right? Instead of import export and all, just say generate test. It will continue, keep clicking, it is creating the assertions, right? Created all the required global param, right? Now you can see it has created the required inputs. We'll come back to this. The idea is there is another way to create your test assertion. So by setting up this endpoint URL in the data set, there is a default, right? Maybe we can delete it. This is a generated one. Content type, this is perfect. but endpoint URL, perfect. Do you want to run it and check? Why not? Okay, this is the get. All test passed. You can see customer 1 we were trying to get, and it asserted all the rules, right? So that's the easiest way of creating your tester suite. Save and exit and say publish. Go back to test. Maybe we can run this. We can run this. We can say run all. So these are all the things that you can do. Once you're done, you can go to the dashboard and you can see the events, how many success and failures. You can take a look at the API quality, right? So at the high level, this gives you the eagle eye view of how you have ensured the quality of API is good or bad. Yeah, so I don't have much to talk about after beyond this. So likewise, you can create as many tests as you can and keep running it, and then dashboard view will help you to see everything, and API quality will let you decide what the decision that you need to take depends upon the quality, right? So you can also see the events. At the high level, you can see the list of projects. This is the dashboard, right? So you can see the events that has happened. You can see view all events. You can you can get everything, whatever the events, like say for example the person who initiated the action and the date. So this is the information that you can see. So with this, I would like to conclude the demo, and please leverage this API test and monitor features provided by API Connect. Thank you so much.